The studio this morning is Sean Temple, our sports director. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
And your normal Monday morning interview, we catch up with sports information director Nathan Baliva from Monmouth College.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm glad you did the weather. Last time Sean did it, we were in like the teens and the sevens, and you give us 57. So she's much better at that than you are.
My forecasts are never good.
Luck of the draw.
That's
He's
right.
been given that same one this morning.
Hey, I'm just a middleman, all right? I just read it.
That's
right.
all I do.
right.
That's right.
This is going to be one busy week for both of you.
Sure
so
is.
jump right in, gentlemen.
Yes, it sure is. We got, of course, with high school basketball, both a bunch of girls and boys still alive in the postseason. And we'll be having some college basketball in the air late this week.
Yeah, great week last week, and you guys were there Wednesday as we were able to clinch the number one seed on the men's side, and that means hosting the tournament as well. Went ahead on Saturday and won the game against Grinnell on Senior Day in overtime. Another overtime game for the Fighting Scots this year, but getting things done there and getting the win, getting right to 100 points on that victory, and getting to win number 20, which ties the school record for most wins. So that means we host coming up this weekend. So Friday night, first it'll be number 2 Grinnell against number 3 Illinois College, and then we will host number 4 Lake Forest. They won on Saturday. They had a win-in scenario where Cornell and Ripon were both rooting against Lake Forest and then hoping for their own, and they took care of business in their own games, but it didn't matter when Lake Forest won. That got them to 10 wins and got them in. They kind of came out of nowhere over the last couple of weeks. They've been playing really good basketball. They got a guard, Alex Knight, who's fantastic at the top of the conference in scoring. We did beat them twice this year, here back in December, and then at their place in January in overtime. But that was a fantastic game. The second one in January. The first one was a good game for the first half, and then we kind of suffocated them on defense and ran away with it at the end. But should be a couple fantastic games. Grinnell and Illinois College split during the season. The home team won both games. We did notice on Saturday that Grinnell's leading scorer, Kai Tahuki, was in a boot. He had apparently injured his foot in their Wednesday night game against Beloit, so he did not play against us on Saturday and had a walking boot on that foot, and that's a shame. He's one of the best players in the conference and one of the leading scorers in the country, the way he shoots three-pointers in that offense. So they obviously made some adjustments without him and played us really good on Saturday in that game. So that'll give us a busy weekend, for that. And then we've also got the track championships here this weekend as well, all day Friday and all day Saturday. Should point out to those fans that are used to coming down to the Huff and getting in there for free, with this being conference tournament action, there will be a charge on there. It's a $5 charge to get in. So just a little adjustment with conference tournament stuff once we get into postseason play, conference tournament, NCAA tournament. That's part of the policy and part of the hosting duties with that. So I believe there is a younger or cheaper rate for the younger kids, but it's $5 for the high value there for adults. So that it'd be expected with that, and everything else going on this weekend. We're going to be jam packed with everything in the Huff and there in Glenny and parking on campus. There's going to be a lot going on.
I say we live quite just kind of down the street from the college. I might just charge parking in front of my house.
Yeah, absolutely. Put up a sign. It'll be just like a game at Wrigley Field or
right.
The College World Series, State Fair, whatever it is for the people that live around those facilities. They always show it at Lambeau, like the people that live right around there that have got their their houses for Airbnb, that just for the weekend. So you can do it just like that.
Yeah, I've parked in a garage or two on my way to Wrigley Field before. Yeah. So the Huff is going to be really, really buzzing. And like I said, parking's going to be at a premium, so you might want to get a little early. Whatever time you are going to get there a little early.
Yeah, and the track on Friday, the track events get going in the early afternoon. So I think the first event gets going at 12:30 there on Friday with everything, if I remember my schedule correctly, and then on Saturday it's at 10 a.m. So it's going to be an early day there for a lot of things going on. Obviously, every team in the conference is here for track, and then for basketball, we got IC, Grinnell, Lake Forest, and us. So it's going to be a full gym. It's going to be a full Huff Center, and it's going to be some organized chaos, to say the least.
A well-oiled machine.
Hopefully, yeah.
Women got finished up with their regular season or their season.
Yep, women finished the season on Saturday as well against Grinnell. Hung with Grinnell for a while. They're a team that's headed to the playoffs on the women's side. They'll go up and play against Lawrence at Ripon this weekend. But hung with them throughout the game on senior day, but came up short there and finished the season with 2 wins in conference play and 5 wins overall. So an improvement from last year and hopefully a nice building block into the future.
Yeah. You mentioned track. Track was actually in action this weekend.
Track went Friday night down at Illinois College. Had a couple pretty good performances down there again. Wins for Maddie Boley and Shane Anderson. I know I sound like a broken record every Monday on those two, but and Caleb Toberman also on the shot put. Had a PR there and moved up into the top 5 in shot put. And all 3 of those are pretty firmly entrenched to go to nationals and should be competing for conference championships this weekend, which will be repeats for a couple of them. And we had some good performances on the track as well in the 200 for Janice Taylor, and then also in the 60 for Johnny York. So overall, good performances out of track.
Swimming had their conference championships.
Yeah, swimming was they finished up the year conference championships there. Jake Dacus was named the women's coach of the year for the Midwest Conference. Both teams finished 6th overall. A couple of our local swimmers had some really good times with Caitlin Stewart and Callie Tate, Allie Warren, Addie Smith, all of them that are from either Monmouth, Galesburg area, all moved up into the top 10 on the women's side. Tariq McClarty, who's from the Chicago area, broke the school record in the 100 butterfly over the weekend. He actually broke it twice. He broke it in the prelims and then swam even faster in the finals and got a top 5 finish in the conference there. We had a bunch of other top 10s. Luke Foster, who's from Galesburg, whose dad Bob is our athletic trainer. He had a top 10 swim yesterday in school history. We had a handful of relays on both the men's and women's sides that got into the top 10. I'm trying to think. Cody Coyne had a top 10 on the men's side. A couple others as well. So they did a fantastic job over the weekend and had some really good performances there.
Spring sports got started already.
Yeah.
Why not throw that in too?
Yeah, baseball, they were supposed to play 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. The weather changed that a little bit, so they didn't play on Saturday. Instead of playing 3 games in Indiana, they played 2. So they went over there yesterday, got a split of the doubleheader. They played a really good Mount Union team. Most fans know Mount Union is a football school, playing in the national championship again this year, but they got a really good baseball squad too, and that was a 12-6 final that the Purple Raiders beat us in that first game, and then we turned around and beat DePaul, team out of Indiana, 6-3. Coming back in that one, scored 3 in the ninth, the top of the ninth to take the lead. But overall, Daniel Lummis was 4 for 8. In the doubleheader, Alex Dye was 4 for 8, had a couple RBI. Both of them had 2 doubles, and Lummis had a triple in the second game as well. We had a handful of really good performances. I think it was a total of 19 hits on the weekend, no errors in game 2. Toby Turnquist, who's from United High School, pitched well in game 2 yesterday, 5 innings, 1 run, and a couple strikeouts there for Toby. And then Owen Wolf from Galesburg got the win in relief of that one. So, some overall really good performances. Zach Amagire from Monmouth Roseville got to make his debut in game 2 yesterday behind the plate and had a hit. And Aiden Parkins from United had a hit and a run scored in that game as well. So some local talent doing a great job and going out there and getting a split. And this weekend, hopefully the weather will cooperate a little bit better, and they'll play 4 games hopefully this weekend against Illinois Tech. So yeah, we got everything rolling. Softball will play this week as well. They go down to Blackburn on Saturday and Westminster on Sunday to get 4 games in. So once we get tennis and golf going, tennis had their first meet snowed out 2 weekends ago. Once we get those 2 going, we'll have everybody in action.
Ooh, yeah, nothing during the week this week. It's all on the weekend,
yep,
right?
Nothing until Friday, which is a chance to take a big, deep breath for the next couple of days and get some things organized after having stuff, all over the place this weekend as well. So we got a Midwest Conference meeting today. Saturday with the basketball tournament and go over that with all of the teams in the conference. And then, then it's just planning, making sure we got our everything all set for track and for basketball, getting everything set up. And then once we hit Friday morning, we'll power right through the weekend.
Sounds good. We'll have any game that Monmouth College men's basketball plays in the Midwest Conference Tournament this weekend on the PCSN right here on AM 1330 FM 95.7.
So, yeah, we're expecting both of you guys are doing the game on Friday night. It will be the second of the doubleheader, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
7 o'clock game.
7-ish.
Yep, and we'll have both games streamed on MonmouthScots.com on the watch page there. We'll stream both games. So the Grinnell IC game starts at 5. We'll also have, for the first part of it, we'll have 3 cameras on the track meet, and then we'll take one of those cameras in for basketball. We'll get onto a 2-camera shot on the track meet, and we'll have basketball, and then we'll stream everything again on Saturday. Even if, Monmouth is not playing on Saturday and people want to watch, we'll still have that game streamed for the conference and for those fans of those schools. But hopefully it'll be Monmouth playing for a championship, won it on this court here 7 years ago, and hopefully able to do it again this weekend.
You said 7 years ago?
Yep, 2018.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Let's see if we can't do that again.
Absolutely. It'd be the
that
way
would
to do
be
it.
great. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thanks.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
And Sean, you're going to be a busier than one-arm paper hanger.
That ain't no kidding.
This
It's going to be a busy, busy week this week.
Remind me, you've got United.
Got United and Monmouth Roseville tonight, boys basketball in the first round of their regionals. Tomorrow night we'll have Monmouth Roseville Titan girls and Abingdon Avon girls. Wednesday, if we get some teams that win tonight, we'll have the boys game on Wednesday. Thursday, hopefully we'll have a couple girls games on Thursday night. And then Friday, who knows what's going on Friday, but we know we got the Scots.
Okay. Sounds like a plan, gentlemen. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.